welcome to another episode of Backstage Pass. Kim and Nicole here with you with the beautiful, multi-talented, and started her career here at MCW with a women's title defense, Leila Grey. How are you?
Hello. Thank you guys for having me. I'm doing great and excited to be here, man. Excited to be at MCW for the first time. It's definitely been quite the experience.
We put her in the high chair. We put her in the higher chair.
I know. I feel like a giant.
We elevated her. Now, you are fairly young in the business. I mean, you started, your debut was about October 2020, so about just over a year ago. And a weird year to hey, here I am, and okay, we're doing
middle
things
of a
differently.
pandemic.
So take us through that. Now, I mean, so you're training, you've not yet made your debut, the world shuts down. And are you thinking, I just did all that hard work for nothing? Or are you thinking, this is going to be interesting, I'm in, saddle up?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't think it was going to be for nothing. I actually took that time and took advantage of the pandemic. A lot of people, were on lockdown and stayed home, and a lot of wrestling schools shut down and all that. But I was actually able to keep training while people were at home. So that actually helped a lot, because then by the time all the other students came back, I was like so much better than everybody else. And it was amazing. I surpassed the class. So I felt really good about that. I just kept hustling and kept pushing. I didn't let the pandemic stop me.
Well, that is good. Lucky for all of us. Yeah. You have a background in broadcast journalism. Now, with that, it's very, I am reporting you the news and it is factual and there is no emotion in my voice. And then you go to this where every little thing needs to have a reaction, whether it's your eyes, whether it's your nose, whatever. How hard is that transition for you?
For me, definitely doing the news reporter stuff, that was harder because, your personality has to be contained. And so wrestling, now you get to be yourself and be charismatic and put your own twist on things, and you don't have to, be reading off of a teleprompter and all that. So it definitely gives you more room for creativity, and that's what I love about it. I went to college for broadcasting. I got my bachelor's in that. And then afterwards, I'm like, do I really want to do this? I knew I wanted to work in front of television. I've always wanted to do entertainment and work in front of television, but I don't think, at least hard news was for me. I ended up, after college, working in radio for 2 years in an entertainment news station. So that was a little bit more my vibe, because I love music and, just pop culture in general, fashion. So when I got to talk about that stuff, it was
you
good.
got to come out a little.
Yeah,
So
I got to come out a little more.
Where does the wrestling plug itself in that world, and what happened that said, okay, I'm going to become a professional wrestler?
Well, I mean, I've always had all these passions, things that I wanted to do. I've always loved entertainment, like I said. I sing, I dance, I act, I model, I did radio. So I know I love to do all these things. Now, where does this come into play? So when I decided to start wrestling, it was after I was training at the UFC gym for a while, and I met a lot of MMA fighters and stuff. I began doing modeling work, being a ring girl, hold up the cards and stuff, and that introduced me to the world of sports entertainment. And I'm like, this is so cool. I wanted to do this, but didn't necessarily think that MMA was for me, because like I said, I'm an entertainer. I want to get out there and dance and look beautiful and do all this. So I decided to give it a try. At the gym, I had tried a little judo, a little amateur wrestling, but I've always loved pro wrestling. I always had that in the back of my head. So I'm like, maybe I should give this a chance. And yeah, I decided to do it. That first day I walked out of that class, I'm going to the WWE. And, then surprising enough, all those other components, singing, dancing, all that just kind of meshed well with everything, and it just fit.
Did you have a favorite wrestler growing up?
I didn't have just one favorite wrestler, but I really loved Chyna. Chyna was my favorite. When I the first time I ever watched wrestling, I watched Chyna. So she just changed the way that I viewed wrestling and viewed I mean, women in general, because I had never seen anybody with that, any woman with that physique.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl. So I'm like, what is this? Like, it was crazy, but I couldn't look away. So yeah, China was definitely a big inspiration. And then later on, you know, the other ladies came. I'm a very big fan of Victoria and Jazz. Those two women right there, love them.
So that kind of tells us, because let's just talk about it. You're very beautiful, and you know, have that very, I don't want to say this and have it come off wrong, but that very bubbly, sparkly, feminine personality. And the women that inspired you are powerhouse, ass-kicking women. So you weren't like, oh, I'm gonna be like her with her cute outfit. You were like, I might have a cute outfit on, but I want to learn how to beat somebody up.
Yeah.
So that's, I would not have guessed that about you. I don't know. I guess it makes me really an awful person, but I wouldn't have guessed that. So that's amazing.
And that's the New Yorker in me. We don't take no. Yep.
And you're a singer too.
Yes.
There's a song that I hear my colleagues around here, they say that they like, Turn Me On.
Oh yeah, Turn Me On. Yeah, oh my god, that was a fun song to record, Turn Me On. You know what's so funny about that song? That song actually came out in an episode of the MTV show Awkward.
Oh, I love that
a few years back. I think in 2014, because that's like an older song. So in 2014, it was featured on MTV. So one of my proud accomplishments.
Yeah, you're quite talented.
Thank you.
And then keeping your feet kind of in the musical waters, how much time, so of your day or your career path, how much of it is this wrestling thing's gonna work, or I'm gonna try to get this music thing to work? Do they run together? Or are you like, well, I do music, but
they don't run together yet. Not yet, because you know, when you're starting out in wrestling, if you really want to take this serious, you got to give your all. And that's like, I guess, any career, because if I wanted to choose music, I would have to give my all to that. So if I really want to make it, I can't focus on too many things at once. That was my problem all my life. I wanted to do this and that and that and that, and then you end up doing nothing.
Right.
You know? So I had to pick a focus. You know, wrestling provided me... it's just given me such a great opportunity, and in the short time I've been in the business, I've gotten way farther than all that time that I was trying to do these other things. So yeah, it goes a lot to show you how important your focus is. So, but yeah, I haven't combined the two or been doing both at the same time, but I definitely want to start off by doing my own entrance music. So maybe singing on my entrance music, and then maybe branch off from that. I know I want to drop a music video out of nowhere and just surprise everybody.
Maybe. And here it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe collaborate with someone. Do you have anybody in mind?
No. No. I mean, like, I know, like, famous artists that I would want to collab with. But in terms of, like, you know, on a smaller scale, not necessarily, not just yet.
Okay, I did lose my train of thought, but I'm bringing it back, getting right back on those tracks there with that one. Sorry about that. You do have a celebrity, I'll use air quotes, doppelganger, because I think that's what threw me off the track. And this will just also tell you what kind of horrible television I watch.
Oh my god, who is
you
it?
You have a doppelganger would be Melissa Gorga from the Housewives of New Jersey. So you have to Google her, because like when I keep like going to look at you, I'm like, gosh, she's a dead ringer for this girl.
Yeah, I don't know who
sorry,
she is.
Side note, I apologize.
I don't watch that show, but I'm definitely gonna look into her. What's her name again?
Melissa Gorga. So
from
anyway.
Housewives of New Jersey.
So somebody out there is going, that's right, she does. So you're welcome, I said.
Right, let's hear it in the comments, guys.
Speaking of comments, where can the fans find you on social media?
I'm everywhere. So social media, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Miss Leila Grey. So that's MISS_Leila Grey for Instagram and Twitter. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/Miss Leila Grey. I'm on TikTok too, Miss Leila Grey. I got pro wrestling tees. I'm on Cameo. What else?
I guess the better question would be, where can they not find it?
Right? Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I try to be very present in social media, because social media has helped me so much, and I give a lot of credit to social media for me being where I am today. I got discovered for AEW maybe 4 months after my debut. And I know that a lot of that has to do with the way that I was pushing myself on social media, and it caught the attention of, the office.
Yeah, you got your own brand out there and made them say, we want that to come to our brand. So
Yeah.
that's the way you do it. So networking at its finest by using the networks.
Yep.
In just the short amount of time that you have been in the professional wrestling world, I can just see you're a powerhouse. Like, the sky's the limit for you.
Thank you.
So, hats off.
Thank you, guys. That's all.
Well played, my friend. Well, we appreciate the time that you gave to us. You're certainly a busy woman. We talk about this all the time, we love the women, the fresh faces that they've been bringing into MCW, so we are feeling pretty confident yours is one that we will see again. But thank you so much for your time, for coming to see all of us. I hope you guys continue to follow her. I think it'll get easier sooner. I think it'll be like, oh, hey, follow me on this wrestling's website. But in the meantime, you can follow her on every single form of social media. Miss Leila Grey.
Thanks for watching,
Thank you,
guys.